Good day, dear friends, and welcome to the weekend. The weekend's where I can take more of a laid-back approach to the content that I produce, especially for Marvel Contest of Champions, and also some things that I use within my grind in a weekly basis. And this particular video is focused on the MCOC job list. Now, this is something that I for a long time keep on a piece of paper, which I just write down for a month what I'm up to, what I'm doing, who I'm ranking up, what I'm trying to achieve. Sometimes I don't achieve it, but at least it gives me a bit of structure. And one thing that I've learned from playing Marvel Contest of Champions, the more years that have gone on, there seems to be more things to do. And as well, if you are free to play, then you do find yourself grinding out a lot more resources, whether or not you're saving up units for things like Cyber Weekend deals, July 4th deals, setting up yourself content-wise, like getting revives, health potions, even energy refills and stuff like that. So a structure in your day, in your week, and what I try to do is put a structure for my update. On a monthly basis, I don't really know what's going to be, well, I'm going to have time to do, whether or not I'm going to have enough time to do Battlegrounds, whether or not I'm going to have enough time to do the side quest, whether or not I'm going to have enough time to do something of a challenge which might be out. And also there might be personal things that I want to achieve. So having availability and time is something that needs to be stretched out to the content. Now I used to say, oh, I need to do 30 minutes here, 40 minutes there, 1 hour here. But I was finding that as I was getting myself more focused in that kind of way, I lost sight of my enjoyment and fun. So nowadays what I do is I say that, okay, this is what I want to achieve this particular update. And it's something like this. So I'm now going to be using a spreadsheet a bit more for my own personal kind of structure. And I thought I'd share this because, as I said before, it was all written down on a piece of paper, but I needed to kind of like put it in something that I can just change. Also, it's better for the environment to kind of not kind of, you know, write new pieces of paper out once a month or week or whatever. But yeah, having like set goals for the month that I want to achieve or things I want to avoid or structure is kind of important for me. And this is what I'm going to be trying to do once a month. And as I said, this is more free flowing because I'm sure people would say, oh, we'll just do this, this or this. But look, it's not personal to me. So I might make a bit like this particular video might take about 40 minutes to do the recording side of things, write structure, and then edit together, put out a thumbnail. And it might be like a 3 to 4 hour process. The MCNs, when I make them on a 3 daily basis, are a 5-hour project. So you have to look at this from a point of view of like, how much time can I devote to this, especially having another job. So yeah, MCOC is not a full-time job for me. I cannot make this kind of like the full extent of my life. But what I can do is find the fun. And the fun will be doing certain things like prepping for decent, different content. So when things will be like, okay, well, when I do EOP and I want to do my Cleaners Challenges, who do I rank up? Am I ranking champions up for that? Am I ranking up champions for Battleground metas and things like that? Do I prepare for Battlegrounds metas and stuff like that? But at least, as I said, to have that structure in place, it's nice to have that structure in place. Relic rank ups are always something I say like, oh, I've got to spend some time to sort out my relics. Even more so with the new meta shifts and new hacks that are coming on. Having a relic is going to be important for champions getting access to exclusive or more potent buffs or debuffs or interaction. So that's something as well. I've currently given up on Event Quest. I'll do a completion, but I won't be 100%ing it, especially because I'll be investing my energy, my free energy, in lower content to grab units to then reinvest into other areas of the game. And that's again just down to like my choice of energy investment. And also in the next season of Battlegrounds, I will be investing a bit more because our alliance is changing its focus to be more Battleground centric, taking away from the likes of Alliance Quest and focusing more with Battlegrounds, which I actually really I like that idea. I'm sure that a lot of people differ on that. Revive, energy, and health farming. Now, that is the most important thing to me at the moment as I'm doing EOP. Something that I do recommend a lot is to get involved with 22-hour events. 22-hour events are some of the major things in order to allow you to have access to health potions, revives, and stuff like that. So Arena Wins at the point of recording this video is on, and I really rate getting to that point of grabbing yourself some revives from the Milestone 3, the units and as well the level 4 health potion at this particular progression I am. But also, I don't want to throw away solo crystal shards. Solo crystal shards are fantastic at the moment and are part of a grind like process that I try to kind of like balance in. I do try and look out, like if we've got certain things like Mystic Combat, a type of arena type thing. I can't remember, it's like Mystic Arena, whatever it is, Wind, or I can't remember what they're called. Probably just click it. That's it. Cosmic Arena Battle, whatever class Arena Battle, because you get those solo shards. And those solo shards are really important because you get boosts, right? There's lots of decent boosts that lie within them. Some nice boosts, some lesser boosts. You know, there's stuff there that's going to be helpful to go into different areas, whether or not it's more difficult content, whether or not you invest them into the likes of incursions, EOP, difficult content. You just make the process a lot more cleaner for yourself to kind of get involved with. Also, you can reinvest some of the arena boosts you get in there. The other day, I was like, well, I want to do 40 minutes of arena. I had some time, I did a live stream, and it's like, let's do that. But what we'll do is we'll use some of those arena boosts because I don't see myself using them, and those particular ones, they will expire in their stash. And one thing that I would say that I should put on this job list, which I'll expand on, is inventory management. Inventory management is so important when you're non-spending like myself in game, and you may be watching this and non-spending. You have to manage your stash a little bit more frequently. And one thing in particular is, like, again, looking at this, I have got a certain amount of hours before those arena boosts expire. I already went through using a load of those in that particular live stream I mentioned. But it's getting that rotation in, it's getting that usage in, and then it's a case like, okay, well, they were going to expire anyway, so that's great. I've at least kept my items in my stash, but also used the items from the extended stash in this. The same thing is for Embers. Good reminder there, claim max right there. And also looking at the dates and times is something that I put on my job list at a regular basis to go, okay, well, what are we doing with here? ISO's expiring. We've got Catalyst as well. There's some things that can't be helped, especially when it comes to, tier 4 CC, and I've got more than my stash. And also I do make sure to kind of manage my crystals. Something that is very important for me as well is to make sure I'm not over popping crystals that don't need to be popped. It's first of all making sure you got your free crystals, your Paragon crystals, but also if I don't need to pop anything like gold, I mean gold's not too much an issue, but things like these alloys and embers, well maybe alloys really. I don't open up my alloys because I don't know what I'm doing with my relics just yet, so keeping them there locked is a good thing. Same thing with my awakening gems. I always try and keep some back just in case Kabam bring back that special store, but they don't. And also I do keep a high volume of tier 4 CC and tier 3 CC. Tier 4 CC is the main one to be kept back, mainly because you're like, well, if I pop a load of them, then I'll have the same problem I've got at the moment, is stash. But at the same time, if you're trying to acquire a specific type of tier 4 class catalyst and I've got mass rank ups, it's a difficult one. Now it's a bit of a load of information and stuff that I do on kind of like a regular basis, but it's important. It is really important to make sure I don't lose out on things that are going to expire and also manage around stash. But the other things that are kind of important to me is unit farming, which I'm getting back into the habit of. Now that I've got a month where I'm not, there's no kind of like great demand for me to be working extensive amount of hours for the games developer. That will change next month. I will be kind of flat out. I've got some time this month to grind out units, which I'm going to be doing. So I have targets for myself to farm 4,000 units to 5,000 units, mainly because time is pressing and I need to get 2 EOP runs done. So they may be reinvested into my my run there, but I don't really know. Loyalty is going to be important as well. Like you farm that and it's then like reprioritizing that to different areas, whether or not I'm reinvesting it into the Alliance Wars based boosts and health potions, or it's a case that some of that saved back for things like tier 6 class, no, not tier 6, tier 6 basics, I know you said class catalyst, tier 6 basics and tier 3 alpha, reinvesting that back into acquisition, which I did do recently, and we're nearly up to getting another like chunk. All in all, it's really important, as I said, to have a bit of structure. Also, I've got something like masteries that have got to be changed, and also content plans. And just to bring this video into a bit of perspective, as I said, in the weekend, it's nice to look at like what my processes are, but also improvements. This particular spreadsheet I made, mainly for myself, is something that is in its early stages. Like I made this, like I'm recording this video on a Wednesday, and I actually made it like 24 hours ago. But as I said, it was like a sheet of paper, and now it's kind of like into a spreadsheet. So content plans and structure is still something that I'm very much kind of working on, like, well, how I spitball some of these ideas. And one of those particular ones is, okay, well, I've got to do the left side of EOP. I've got to do my Karina's challenges. So therefore, like, how do I look to kind of like do that? Some of the better options that I have within my roster, who I need to rank up. And content plans will be always important of the ever-going kind of like forward motion of where I'm at. Act 8.2 will be the next thing I focus on, so it's always important for that. But there we go. I wanted to make a little video just to kind of like highlight what I was doing, where I structure myself. Incursions will play a massive part in, it's not there at the moment, but incursions will play a massive part as to where I go this month when it comes to just like time investment because of what you have to achieve from it. But I'm actually looking forward to something a bit different that Kabam are offering this time, which, you know, thumbs up, should be good. Okay. And the final thing is just keep going. Like, one thing that I've just tried to like do, especially this month, is just enjoy myself, have some targets, have some things that I've got to regularly do, but have some things to look forward to. And I am looking forward to doing a lot of stuff. But one thing it always starts off with is going to grab yourself a little bit of resource. And, you know, what better place to go than some of the other lower content to pick up a little full energy refill of, I've kind of got back into a habit of kind of farming again in MCOC, revives, health potions, you name it. If it's not there, it's Realm of Legends and other stuff like that. But yeah, that has been a video. What do you do when it comes to a process of organization when you play Marvel Contest? Do you try not to because you feel like it will take away and subtract from your fun? Be interesting to find out. Put it in the comment section down below. I thank you very much for watching. Make sure as well to check out some other content, which will be located on screen right now. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. And yeah, peace.